Yeah, so we tackled the conversation from a slightly different end. We just asked for what people were getting out of the different out of the conversation, and it then became a blended conversation around the DEI, so diversity, equity, inclusion, collaboration. We didn't talk so much about optimism, but we also touched a little bit on the other topics, which I think the blend just naturally led us that way. So it became a little bit of a mix of things. But basically, some of the key points that I wanted to bring to you is that, so firstly, the presentation by Steve and Craig, it was perfect because of its imperfections. It's something that with technology, we can't expect perfectionism, and as humans, we're not perfect either. And I think that flows into everything that we were discussing. It flows into the EI, which, you know, because of our biases, will take a long time to change. It flows into collaboration because it's actually collaborating really well over technology is actually quite challenging. We agreed that you go into the office to collaborate, not to actually do tasks. And I've just experienced that it's very unproductive to go into the office because you actually do just try to build the social and the human capital in teams, rather than actually do your day-to-day productivity tasks. We also talked about how it's great to have multiple platforms with technology that you can tap into the surveys like Craig and Steve did. You can have conversations like through chat, etc. But also that inclusion actually can be easier via technology because you don't have a preconceived idea of what the person should look like or what the person is, because it's kind of a bit more hidden in the technology. So it's a little bit more accessible to people. What we also found is that we have a lot to learn to make all of this actually work well for us. So we really need to make sure that we are on that learning curve and try out new things working with technology as human beings, and try to get the best out of it for everybody. I think that's probably like the key things that I got out of it. I'm happy for any of the team members to raise some other things that they thought that they got from that session and from our conversation afterwards.